Everyone, and welcome back to my channel, 23 Flavors of Stitching. My name is Kirsten, and today is going to be, well, it was going to be a stitch with me, but I have kind of decided to make it a D-kit with me. Sorry, I was making thread drops today, which they're over there now, but I can show you this one. So I had a tag punch and I also had a hole punch, but the tag that I had I felt was too small compared to the circle. So I ran to Joann's and picked up a bigger tag, and I think that will end up working much better, but I'm basically just using like the thicker scrapbook paper and cutting out some floss tags, which I think will be fun. Hi, can you go lay down, please? Lay down. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so basically I have a few bags, and just some random things. I also have this bag, but it's the bag that I've been putting all of the thread that I am de-kitting into so that I can put it away. Basically, these are some cities that I have no idea when I'm gonna get to them, so I'm going to put the thread back because I don't know where my thread is. This was in my kitted up projects. I have no idea what it's for. I have Forbidden Fiber Co. Foxglove, which is a really pretty purple, and Weeks Dye Works Liberty, which is like it's a red, but I would say maybe like more of a watermelon-y red. Anyway, have no idea what those were sitting in the same bag for. And there were a few things that I was going to talk about, I think. I can't remember. But I wasn't really in the mood to do a stitch with me. I was thinking about doing like kind of like a craft with me and making the floss tags, but then like the sound of the punch would be too loud, so decided not to do that. But yeah, so I guess I'll just start going through things. So I am really torn on a few projects that I have going right now. They are my You Are My Sunshine Trio projects, and the reason is Liz Matthews recently just came out with her You Are My Sunshine patterns, and they're absolutely beautiful, and I'm in love with them, and it's one side says You Are My Sunshine, the other side says My Only Sunshine, and they're absolutely beautiful, and they are more my style of decorating than the Stitch Rovio ones. So I'll pull this one out just because it's sitting right here. I am still in love with the Stitchrovia ones. I could never throw this away, I don't think. Like, I could just finish the word love and then, like, do, like, a small or something. But, I am about halfway done with the other one. The, You Make Me Happy When Skies Are Gray. And that is what is killing me, because I'm like, well, since I'm stitching them, the other thing that I have a hard time with is, if this is for a nursery, I don't know that I'm going to have a girl first. Not that pink can't be in a boy's room, but, and this is really getting blown out by my ring light, but that's a really pale pink. And if I have a boy first, I don't really think that I would put this in the room. And basically, I'm just not, and it's not even like boy versus girl nursery. I just don't think that with where I'm at right now, I don't think that I would decorate with these in a nursery. So I'm having a hard time deciding whether or not I should UFO them, especially because I already have the first one done in the trio. I have You Are My Sunshine done. I'm also thinking I could gift that to someone. I could finish these and gift them to someone eventually. I know a few people that are going to be having babies, and like, I could ask them if this would interest them. And so I don't know what to do, because there were a lot of plans and emotions and thoughts that went into stitching these, even though they're not even done. So I think I may just finish the word love and maybe finish it into a small, and then I can have like a Valentine's Day decoration out of that. But I have no idea what I'll do for the other one, for the Happy Skies one. And like, I am getting a little teary about it, because that's how much I love these patterns. That's how much the song means to me. The second verse is very sad, but I don't know. So we'll see what I end up deciding. Anyway, I'm trying to decide how to organize this the best. Oh, maybe I was like gonna put these away or something. But they're fancy floss, so I had them in a separate bag. That could be what I was doing. I don't know. Anyway, who knew you could get so emotional about a cross-stitch project that you hadn't even finished? This isn't going to be very long, I don't think, unless I were to, like, grab my boxes and stuff. Which maybe I will. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my extras bins for these, and then I'll put these away while I talk. So, okay. Hi. Thank you. Okay. So I have my purple. So I don't know what else to talk about. Oh, actually, this is a good idea. I can put them into groups so that I know what needs to go where, so that I can only grab one bin at a time. Something's happening out there. So I've been racking my brain about that decision with projects for today, basically. Reason being is I got to thinking about if I were to have a boy first, and maybe possibilities of how I would want to decorate a nursery for a baby boy. And I was like, I don't know if I'd want to put those up there. And I had seen someone who had done a green version of that last one that says, "You'll never know, dear, how much I love you." And then it might say, like, "Please don't take my sunshine away," or something at the bottom. I honestly can't remember. Anyway, I had seen someone do a green version. I was like, yeah, that'd be cool, but yellow, blue, and green, like, I liked that it was kind of the primary colors with yellow, blue, and red. Or pink or whatever. So I wasn't very psyched about having something that wasn't a primary color. So I went online to 123 Stitch to see if I could find a red fabric that was light enough but wasn't pink. And I found a few good options, but I wasn't sold on them necessarily. And so I was having a hard time deciding, and then I went to see if Liz Matthews had her pattern up in her Etsy shop yet, and she didn't. So then I went to check Top Knot, because she is one of the small online shops that I like to support when I'm getting newer releases. So I went over to Top Knot, and she had it, and she had one left. So I said, okay, I just need to get it, I guess. And so I got the pattern, and I am thinking that I will probably, just with how my decoration style has changed over the years, I will probably want to decorate more neutral themed. So I was thinking that for Liz Matthews' pattern, I could do like an over-dyed brown and black, or something a little bit more neutral like I've done with her other patterns, but maybe pick something that has some color to it. Even though I love her her model that is stitched with a yellow, I think that it's beautiful, but it isn't very neutral. So I honestly have no idea what I'm going to end up doing, and that's okay. But I figure this way I will at least have both options to decide from when the time comes. Let's see my leaning tower. Oh, it fell over. So that's been my dilemma for the day. So we'll see what I end up deciding, I guess. I don't have a lot of space in a few of these bins. So these bins I got from my aunt, the one who taught me how to make jewelry. This is what she used to store her beads in, and she would do, they are Rubbermaid take-alongs. They no longer come with this kind of top, but they do still make this size. I got some at Walmart a few months ago when they had like the limited edition summer colors. And anyway, so when I learned how to make jewelry, she ended up getting a new storage system and asked if I wanted these, and so I was able to store my beads and everything like that in these. And it was great until I decided that I didn't want to make jewelry anymore. And so I moved it to my threads, like some extras. And it's been working out pretty well. I have no complaints. And I like that they're stackable and they fit exactly where I need them to go. So overall, I'd say it's working. Alright. I'm gonna go put these away and grab my bobbin boxes. Okay. Hopefully this isn't too loud. I have opened all of the lids, but I will have to maneuver them. So I have this bag with some bobbins left. Okay. So work this week was pretty good. I took a project with me to work one day to see, like, just in case I would have any time to work on it. I took my Prairie Schooler Santa, the Hockey Santa, which is the 2009 one, and there was a day that I was watching videos that were an hour plus long. And I had multiple of them and to watch. And so while I was listening to them, I was stitching, and then once I would, like, if I would hear a word that needed to be addressed, then I would type and then go back to stitching. And I ended up getting a lot of progress on my Santa. I think it helps that the Santa is being stitched on 11 count, but at the same time that it feels like it's going by fairly quickly, it also seemed like some of the lines that I was doing took forever to do, which is expected because I'm technically stitching more space. Anyway, I am very happy with the progress that I was able to get done this week at work. After that day, I didn't have very many videos to watch, and if I did, they weren't very long, so I wasn't able to stitch again at work, but that's okay. Not the worst thing in the world, because I am there to work, but it was nice to have a day where I was able to get some things done. Sorry. Alright, those are put away. What else could I do in this video? I don't think I ever need to buy floss ever again. But I still will. Okay. I'm just trying to not close them super loud. I can put those away. I have something else I could put away actually. I probably should have left these out, but it'll be okay. I'm gonna put these away, grab the few things that I'm thinking of and then come right back. Hi, I'm back. Ultimately, I decided not to grab the bins for those. They were just in a weird spot. So I have my bag that I had the skeins in, so that I know that things need to be put away. And I am UFOing something that is a recent new start. And this might shock some people, but as the pattern comes out more and more, I'm just not in love with it. And it's one reason why I told myself that I would not participate in any more mystery stitch-alongs. But it is the Owl Forest Indoor Plants stitch-along that I am going to UFO. Sorry for the zipper noise. Basically, I have not touched it since I put in my measly little start of that, which you can barely even see on the fabric. So we're just gonna UFO it, and I will pick this out real fast. Well, probably not real fast, but I will end up picking that out. And I have another project that I actually need to do that with, so I just need to write that down on a different label. So I'm going to remove the hoop because I have not touched it. Okay. Just gonna hang out. This is going to go by my other project that needs to be frogged. And where did that white thread go? There it is. Okay. I think most of these were in floss away bags, so that's nice. However, I don't think they were meant to stay there. I think it was just a way to store them all, so because I didn't even write the numbers on them. So there's my binder ring. Here is one DMC that needs to go back on my pegboard. Here is oh, I don't know if you heard that. That was my shoulder. Okay. The design is very, very pretty, but as I am looking at the design as it comes out, it's not my style of things to stitch. The houseplants look beautiful, and I think they're gorgeous. I think I might have just had a different idea of what they were going to look like. Luckily, it's free, so I didn't pay anything for the pattern. I kitted this up from Stash. I didn't even have to go to the store and get anything. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry, my husband was calling me. This video is going to be very choppy. I apologize. He's just headed back now from his parents' house. I wasn't feeling fantastic tonight, so that's why I'm here. Anyway, I can't remember exactly what I was talking about. Basically, I thought the pattern was gonna look different. Oh, luckily I didn't spend any money on anything for the stitch along, so I don't really feel like I lost out on anything necessarily. And I will live vicariously through Alicia, who is Adventures of Stitching. She has a new FlossTube channel. She has 2 videos up so far. Go watch her if you have not. She is also stitching His Name is Jesus. She is much farther than I am, but her colors are beautiful. So yeah, that's what I have decided, and it's a little weird to be already unkitting something that I actually spent quite a bit of time kitting up because I had to find all of the colors. Then I put them all in floss away bags and finding the right piece of fabric and all of that, but that's okay. I would much rather do this than hate a project. So, and never UFO it. So, that's what we're gonna do. There are plenty of other things to stitch out there. That's why there are hundreds of designers, because you can pick what you like. So, I think for the rest of this video, I am going to pick these things out. Maybe I'll title it Frog with Me. Who knows? Hi. Go lay down, please. I just took you. So this is a box that I got from Joann's. I feel like when I first started stitching, and it used to have like all of my notions in it, all of my needles, everything. Now it mostly houses scissors and some other extra things, but mostly scissors. Alright, I have my seam ripper. So, I watched a movie on Netflix tonight, or this afternoon, called Purple Hearts, and it's about this girl who is diabetic, and her insurance lapsed or something, and she doesn't have any more insulin, and her prescription her prescription can't be refilled for a few days. Anyway, she can't afford to pay out-of-pocket fees because honestly, who can for insulin? And anyway, she goes to work one night. She works at a bar, and these Marines come in, and they are getting ready to deploy to Iraq. And one of her friends, one of her waitress friends, one of the Marines tells her that if she marries him, she'll get really good benefits. And so that kind of gets this girl's wheels turning in her head, and she actually has a really good friend of hers that is getting ready to leave, who's a Marine, going at the same time. Anyway, so she, the next day, or I'm not sure exactly the timeline, she goes over to his house and asks him if he would marry her because of the benefits. And this guy's friend, who she had a rough start with at the bar, is staying at his house. And he overhears her, and he's like, my dad is former military police, and it's fraud, and all this stuff. Anyway, they get into a big argument about it. And then her friend says that he can't because of his girlfriend. And she's like, oh, you have a girlfriend? Anyway, this Marine, what's his name? Can't even remember his name now. Luke? Anyway, the Marine that is not her friend finds out that he needs some of the extra money that comes from the military when you are married. So then he goes to this girl and basically tells her that he needs the extra money and she needs the benefits, so let's get married. And they get married the day before they leave. And basically it's their story about how they grew to love each other from absolutely hating each other. And it was a cute ending. It was a good movie. I liked it. I have been having a hard time with finding things to watch that can keep my attention. Especially TV shows lately. TV shows have not been the way to go. It's mostly been movies. Or I just sit in silence. Or I'm like scrolling through multiple apps trying to find something to entertain me. So, the fact that I found something to do it is great. If you hear that garage opening, my husband just got home. He knows I'm filming though because he called. I should look at how many segments there are and how long they each are. So that I know when to stop recording. I was a little sad that I wasn't able to participate in the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Marathon last weekend. I just couldn't do it. I wasn't like overly busy, but I did have a few things that I needed to do, and so I was not able to join. But the marathon weekends are some of my favorites, so I was a little bummed. Let's see, what else? Oh, someone asked me to talk about my design style or how I decorate in my last video. So I have to work with both my style and my husband's style because they are different. I like more earthy tones and leaves and plants and kind of more, I guess you would classify it as bohemian now. I don't know what else to call it. And my husband likes modern straight lines. He also likes blacks, grays, and whites. So I do a little bit of a mixture of the two. But also I can't afford like everything that I want to put in a house. And most of our things are, like our furniture, is secondhand, so we make do with what we have. And I don't mind that at all. I try to get most things secondhand, actually. Eco-wise, it's better for the environment, and also just we live in a very consumer-driven society, and I have a hard time when I feel like I am over-consuming. So I feel like I declutter all of the time, because I do. But anyway, so my perfect style, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe I can pull up a picture. Okay. I'm also loving the idea of more year-round decor and like switching out small things rather than having a big setup. So let's see. I would say maybe something similar to that would be ideal for me. These are on my Pinterest board. I don't want a white couch, but I like how this looks. But I don't want a white couch. I do kind of want a leather couch. And I like the moodiness of the wall here. But there's kind of a mixture. So like there's the earthy browns that I like, the blacks that my husband likes, but also the way that these feet on the couch, legs on the table are, is that kind of gives it, that's kind of contemporary modern. So that also has his style in it. So let's see. We are looking at maybe something like this for our new kitchen in our new house. Or maybe more of a natural vibe like that. And let's see. Sorry. Excuse me. Right now, our bedroom, we have white furniture, so our bed frame is white, our nightstands. We got a new bedroom set in 2021. And then our sheets and quilt and throw pillows. My sheets are like a, what's the color? Cognac, maybe, camel, brown, and the quilt is white, but it has that brown on it in the design. And then our throw pillows, one of them is kind of rust colored, and the other two are like beige and grayish, kind of. So definitely more natural earthy tones. Let's see, what else? I do think it would be fun to have like an accent piece of furniture, so like the leather couch and such. But I don't know. I honestly don't know how it's going to end up looking. I'm excited though. Yeah, I like more of a cabin homey feel. So I just saw a bathroom idea that looks kind of like that. Looks kind of like a spa, but also kind of looks like a cabin-ish to me. And that's what I like. So decorating can be a little bit of a challenge, but for the most part, he lets me do what I want, which is nice. And of course, I have to stick within my budget, so it's not like I can go grab like new pieces of furniture every day. So mostly what I've been switching up and trying to find a happy medium with as far as year-round decorations. I've been looking at pillows and throw blankets, which we already have a lot of, but I've been going through them and getting rid of some. And then, with this room, this chair was secondhand. My husband's grandma left it here when she moved out. And, let's see. The cube shelves and everything, those I bought from Target, so those weren't very expensive. My wicker shelf that I have, I bought secondhand at a vintage market. I have a white dresser that you've seen behind me in videos, which I got secondhand from our neighbor. And then I got a new office chair last year. Or this year, actually, very beginning of this year. And it's leather, and that I bought new because I couldn't find one that I liked secondhand or in very good condition secondhand. So I got that new. I have side tables for my living room that are secondhand. I need to paint them or stain them a different color than what they are right now because I don't love them, but they're working for now. And yeah, I don't know if I answered your question, but I hope maybe the pictures gave you an idea. But yeah, this is 20 minutes. I know I have 2 10-minute clips before this, so I think I should probably stop about here. Thank you for unkidding some things with me, and for sitting here while I frog. Oops. Because I don't know when this would get done otherwise, and I would like to have the fabric available should anything come up. The only thing that, well, I guess a start is a start. Whether or not I finish it or UFO it, I guess doesn't really matter if my goal for the year was 25 starts, because I'm turning 25. So yeah, this next week I am planning on having a new start. I believe I was before I had an upheaval of plans. I'll have to go back through that and check on that. But yeah, I will see you at the end of this week with a floss tube update, most likely. Hopefully I have a finish in there of my Prairie Schooler Santa, because that would be nice to have. And yeah. Oh, my dad is leaving Utah this week. This upcoming week, I take him to the airport on Monday so that he can go back home to Virginia for the soccer season and to be with my mom. So yeah, that is about it. I'm I'm going to put this down and check on my husband because he was asking if I would go do something with him. I feel like my lid fell into my trash can. Anyway, I thank you for hanging out with me today, tonight, whenever you watch it. I hope that you remember that someone always needs you, and I will see you next time.